So, moving here, or when you moved here, did you like experience any discrimination from anyone?
Oh yeah, until now, there's a lot of discrimination that I experience, but I just ignore those things because if I uh, think about discrimination, I'm not gonna be where I am right now. I remember I didn't want to talk in English because they might say you're saying the wrong sentence or you're what are you saying? You have your accent. Until now, I can hear why do you pronounce it like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's bluntly they tell me that. Well, because that's my accent. That's my
Mm-hmm.
Filipino accent. They still discriminate minorities, I should say.
Okay.
They
And
still do.
was it just like anywhere? Or is it mainly just?
Anywhere. I went to a supermarket. I told you that one time that there's this lady. I just said something to her that would you like to put your stuff in here? And she says, "Don't talk to me. I don't know who you are. You don't know whom you're talking to." And I think she's discriminating me because I'm a minority and she's a white lady. So
Oh, okay.
there's still
Hmm?
there's still a lot of discrimination.
Um, if you so when you moved here, were you the last of the like of your brothers and sisters to move here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
So
and your uncle.
okay. So if you weren't one of the like last ones, would you have like petitioned anybody to come here?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I remember your grandpa when I came here. He told me, "Why don't you marry a Filipino? Go back to the Philippines and petition somebody from the Philippines." Because that's how the old people think. Like, you marrying a fellow Filipino will help the Filipino people.
Okay.
That's how he thinks.
Okay.
Because, you're giving them a chance to come here to the US. So that's what he wants to do. But,
Okay.
since I don't have any more families there, it's hard to petition somebody from the Philippines.
Yeah. Here. So you mentioned just the way you talk and the accent. Were you at any point trying to just kind of lose your accent at any point? Were you just or was it just kind of like or were you just kind of like here? I'm just gonna talk in this kind of way, or is it just slowly, just kind of whatever?
No, I never thought about I should learn how to speak more American. It's just the way I until now I still like struggle to
Yeah.
say some English word or but I never want to be like oh I need to talk like that person. I need to talk like the American. This is who we are. This is how we talk.
Uh,
This is the Filipino accent.
yeah.
If we talk differently, we're not Filipinos,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to change. They know the other countries have worse accent, so why would you change it?
Okay. And then you from okay, so I already know the answer to this question, but I just want to be like like ask you.
Yeah.
It just um when you like just do you try to maintain just like the Filipino customs, or was there just like because you moved here, let me adapt to different things that Americans do? Did you?
Well, we still keep the Filipino tradition. Here's one thing: we have to adopt the American way too, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in America, you do what the Romans do. That's what
Yeah.
they say, right?
Yeah.
So, like for example, Thanksgiving. Filipinos never have Thanksgiving. But what do we serve on Thanksgiving? Not just turkey. We serve pancit. We serve lumpia. So in a way, we're combining the tradition, the American tradition, with the Filipino tradition,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So we never lose the Filipino tradition all the time, especially when family gatherings. It's always there. It never go away.
Okay. Um, and so did you what is it? So you said you kind of like adapted and put it together and kind of combined the two things.
Right.
And was it just a kind of hard thing to do, just to push things together, or was it just kind of like, oh, we'll just do that?
No, uh, actually, kind of, it's fun. Actually, it's fun because it's not just the American way. It's not like the Filipino way. Since I married your dad, who is a Mexican, I have to do it the Mexican way.
Yeah.
It's different cultures that you have to adopt.
Uh-huh.
Wherever you are, you have to adopt whatever people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, I have to adopt whatever your dad's tradition because I'm married to him.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we're in America. We have to
So you
adopt.
not only have to do one plus one, but you have to do
Right.
three.
Like where I work, there's more Americans than Filipinos or any other country. So I have to adopt whatever their tradition is, right?
Okay. So speaking of like just your friends back in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
did you ever talk to them at any point when you moved here, or was it a long time before you like had contact with them, or did you keep contact
Thanks
with
to Facebook.
them? But before Facebook.
No, I usually. Oh, I remember before Facebook. Once in a while, I tried to call them, but since it was very expensive for me to do that, so it's really tough how to get in touch with them.
Before.
We used to write letters before, and then it's like kind of like it takes forever to from US to the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
They have a different kind of postal service
Mm-hmm.
that it takes forever. For one letter will take them maybe 2 weeks to a month before they can receive it.
So by the time that they would already get it, things have already changed.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so when there's a lot of things that I already know, and then it's like
It's okay, go.
no, it's talking about when you came back to the Philippines, and the time that we went, was that the first time coming back?
Yes. No, actually, no. It wasn't the first time. I was just here for like 2, 3 years.
Uh-huh.
I went back there because I had a vacation. I had the chance to go back. I saved a little money and had to go back there.
And what was that like?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It's people like, oh, you're back. You look different. I didn't see any difference at all, but people will think like, you look so different, and then they will talk. I mean, come on, I just left like 3 years. I didn't stay there for like 10 years. But anyway, so after that, we came back when you were how old? You
I
were
was
a
7.
toddler.
I was 7,
Yeah, you were 7 years old, and
which was in 2000, 2001. No.
I don't remember. But anyway, so we had fun, but it just always like a short time.
I remember we only stayed there for 2 weeks.
Yes.
But so I remember when we got there, you were just a lot of things you talked about is how different it was.
It was, yes, because it was a long time before we came back. I think it was like 13 years after I went back there. I mean, from the time that
that you
the
came?
first time I
Yeah.
came back, and then after that, it was like 13 years. So it was really different. The roads are different, but the people are the same. They still expect more from you as a balikbayan.
Okay.
Like for example, they want you to give them.
So you said something about being a balikbayan.
Being a balikbayan is people think, oh, this is a dollar earner. They know that balikbayan brings a lot of stuff from the U.S. Um, like cigarettes, T-shirts, food, chocolates, and things like that. So they're excited. I don't know if they're excited to see me or they're excited to get
What
what
you
I'm
have?
bringing them.
Okay. So when you were here, did you experience like just a lot of homesickness? Was it just
The very first month that I came here, because I came here like June
uh
1986.
uh
So I feel so homesick because I stayed inside the house.
oh
I don't know anybody. I don't know any neighbor. So I stayed inside the house, and the only time I will go out is to look for a job. And then at first I only have part-time job, so I will work like 4 hours and then go back home, cook, cook, clean, and things like that. And then so that I miss the maids. And then Christmas time came, and it's so different. Christmas in the Philippines is so different than the U.S. It was boring. It's so different to have Christmas in the Philippines.
just as a I mean I only what is it I only experienced it once, but you kind of just you, I mean you see it on TV, but it's a
Right.
thing that it doesn't really compare. If you
Yeah.
once you grow up with that, it doesn't compare to
Yeah,
what's
that's what I'm
being
saying.
done over here.
Every night, starting, actually, Filipinos started celebrating Christmas starting the September.
Mm.
They said the Burr month, where they put all the Christmas decorations. The department stores already are, they have the Christmas decoration everywhere. They play Christmas songs. In here, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So it's so different because once it's near Christmas, they have Christmas carolers go to your house, and then Christmas Day, all the kids go to your house and get money from you and things like that. It's so different. So when I had my first Christmas there, everybody was sleeping and didn't do anything. So that's I was so homesick.
Okay. And then, so what do you most do you miss most now and back then about the Philippines? Like before you had come back,
No,
did you miss too many things from the Philippines?
no. The only thing that I miss in the Philippines are like food and friends and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But the way of living, I'm used to here. I'm used how I live right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go back there and live there, um, and stay there. Maybe when I retire, but I'm used to.
But do you feel like if you were to move there, if you when you retire, that you would stay there for a long time, or is it just kind of like a place that you like? Oh, I have a house here in the Philippines.
Well, if I retire, I could probably stay there. I could probably stay there.
Can you picture yourself doing that?
Huh?
Can
I'm
you pick,
picturing myself, yes.
or is it too? Do you think it'd be too much of a difference?
No, because there in the Philippines, if I retire, I will be able to afford a maid who could,
Kind of just
do
help you out.
stuff for me. Not like here, I do everything. I cook, I clean, and everything.
Okay,
I do the laundry. In the Philippines, if I will retire, I'd like to rest.
of course.
And that is, in here, we cannot afford a maid here. So,
Okay.
Yes, I can't stay there for a long time.